So, hi guys. I just wanted to come on here quick and say that on Netflix there is a new series. I don't know when it came out, but I just came across it yesterday, pretty much watched all the episodes and then finished it off today. It is called Sex Love Goop, and it's by Gwyneth Paltrow. And she had done another series before this one, and I think it was just called The Goop Lab or something like that. I really enjoyed that one. So when I came across this one, I thought I would watch it and see what it was about. And it very much is a great series. It is about sex and love and connection and emotion and traumas within yourself and how you can work through those types of things. There is nudity and there is some sexual context, touching and things like that. So if you are under a certain age and your parents don't want you watching it, I would avoid it or at least ask them for permission to do so. If you're uncomfortable with that kind of stuff, then forewarning that that's on there. But I do really like it because of the idea behind that sex can be multiple different things, and some of the things that they consider sex, personally I wouldn't consider sex. Like, I am very much so on um, I guess it's where your line lies, but for me that's not like the energetic stuff. I feel you can use, maybe not particularly how they're using it, but with other people. So that's kind of where, do you say, if you have an energetic connection with different people or you do those different energy works with one another, is that considered sex? When for some people it wouldn't. But that opens that door for people who may not like penetrative sex with someone else but still want that emotional soul connection, that energetic connection that's a little bit more than what a platonic relationship would be. And it does also go over some of those self defeating things and self notions of, like, if you're not good enough or past traumas for things you've gone through, and different techniques and works that are out there and therapies that may be available to you through Googling it and seeing or using some of the techniques that you see on the show. It is very eye opening, and I cried watching it a few times because of some of the things. Like, one girl, she very much had a similar feeling of oneself as I did, and she expressed how she was a very athletic person, and I used to be a very athletic person until my injury. I was a little less than I had been before that, but this has definitely been like a lot less. I can't walk. I haven't been walking because of the inability to do so right now, and I haven't done a lot of different exercises because I'm not used to those alternatives that there are, and I really have to get myself back into doing those alternative things that are available. But I really haven't been as active as I should be, and I just haven't been living my life the same way as I used to. And so she went over how her body has changed like so much from her younger years, like teens, to where she is now, and how it's hard to really like see your body change and be so used to something so particular, like that strength and that what you may perceive as health. Like, when I could exercise, that was healthy me. That was me who was like getting out, talking to people, playing sports, connecting, getting those endorphins. My brain was a lot clearer. I was eating much more consistently beforehand because it was like a routine and I had things to do, and now it's just like time doesn't make any sense. But I really connected to that, even with myself. Like, most people who see me don't consider me to be um, like unhealthy in any sort of way, when in reality, like right now, I am in like the most unhealthy place I've been ever before, just because this is where I spend most of my day. and then I do my little exercises physio for my foot and ankle, and then I'm pretty much right back on the couch. So I really loved that, and seeing that other people feel the same way, and I'm not crazy regardless of how little my body has changed. That feeling of being in my body has, and that's important to like acknowledge and say like other people go through that similar feeling to which I'm going through. I did like the energetic side of things too, where like that like connection with another person where you can just like feel them, and I'm very much so like feeling other people, like I can tune into that a lot, and there's like that extra step you can take with somebody you may be in a relationship with, and how to communicate better. Like I know people tend to be often we're not really taught those sort of things in this day and age. I was very lucky as a kid, and the things that I was taught and understanding, and I just watching some of the videos where people have never like looked at their vulva or their vagina or their genitals, whatever you have down there, and really like explored and seen what they have. And as a kid, just not even in a sexual way, but just in a curious way, I would look at myself and just to see what was going on, make sure everything was healthy, and there's so many people that literally have never done that throughout their life, and to me that's just like shocking because we were we were encouraged to know about our bodies and what we had. So that's another thing, like if you've never done that, I suggest doing it just to know, like at the very least for health concerns, if down the road all of a sudden you get a bump or a mole or different things that all of a sudden are different, and the doctor asks like, is this normal, you'll at least know what's going on. And then I also liked the constellation stuff that they did as well. That's where I cried a lot, and just some good points came up that I hadn't thought about for in my family with my connections, my connection with my mother. And so that's something I'm going to use for myself to be able to talk with her about. And it's not the same, like that's not how they do it in the series, but that's what I'm going to do for myself to see if maybe those are some things where our disconnect is occurring a little bit and try to help heal that. So I do really suggest going and watching it. If you're uncomfortable again, like you can skip those parts or just don't look if you're okay with sounds, but there is again nudity and but some like amazing great points on healing and learning and growing as well within that part of life. I do hopefully want to like make some more videos on this kind of stuff. I do feel like knowing about yourself, knowing about things is really important, and that if you're not taught, you do go and you search out for those things, and sometimes that can lead to being in very uncomfortable situations that you don't want to be in. And that's one other thing that they do touch on is asking for what you want, not just accepting what you're being given, but really like instructing and requesting the things that you need as a person. And that's great for like beyond just like intimate relationships. That's like all relationships, work, personal, friendship, like the whole 9 yards. Just making sure that when you're talking to somebody, you're saying like, this is what I need from you, and I don't like when you do this, and really setting like those boundaries. So if you guys want, that is on Netflix. It's called Sex Love Goop, and I do really suggest you guys go check it out, and let me know how you guys find the series yourself personally. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.